Fred, and heaven is right in front of you. Is heaven really a destination? Is it somewhere we go where we die? Where is heaven? What is heaven in reality? Well, there's a whole bunch of theories on that one. There's religious theories, there's universal spiritual theories, there's all kinds of things like that, but really, where is heaven? Well, let's look at a quote from Eckhart Tolle. Heaven is not a location. That's what religion teaches. We die and then we go to heaven, but here we're in hell on earth, right? Isn't that what religion teaches? But heaven is not a location, but it refers to an inner realm of consciousness. Hey, that's what Jesus came to teach, is that the kingdom is inside us. If it's an inner realm of consciousness, I forget what verse is, Luke 21 or something, 21, I don't know. Don't look here or look there. You will not find the kingdom, I'm paraphrasing, with observation. Meaning you're not going to find it out there. For the kingdom is inside. And that's Matthew 6:33. But seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added, because the kingdom is inside us. Let's go to another. Now I'm going to show you how we do experience heaven on earth. Let's go to another Eckhart Tolle quote. A new heaven is the emergence of a transformed state of human consciousness. Isn't that amazing? Heaven is a transformation or an elevation or a revelation of our own consciousness, to be able to see heaven and earth. And then if that's a new heaven, then a new earth is a reflection of heaven on the physical realm. Isn't that amazing? So if heaven is really a consciousness and we can transform into a higher state of consciousness, then we're already in heaven. Isn't that amazing? That we are surrounded by heaven. But how come we may not see it, we may not feel it, we may have moments of it, but how do we raise our consciousness? Well, I have a bunch of steps that I'm going through today. So how do we see and feel and experience the kingdom of God inside us? Well, one, surrender your will to divine guidance. Why? Because it's in our mind that we have our will, that we're pushing, that then we look into the world with observation because we have our will and we know better. Man, we know everything. We're trying to control everything. Anybody try that in their life, and where does that lead? Besides disaster. I mean, haven't we been there? We're like, okay, God, every time I do stuff, something happens, but can I just follow your will now? I'm done with pain. So one, surrender. Man, isn't that the hardest thing? Number two, when you give up your will, you open your mind. And then divine guidance is revealed. See, that's the whole thing about surrender. It helps you relax. It helps you say, I don't have to do everything. It helps you say, I don't have to carry the world on my shoulders. I don't have to make everybody happy around me. I don't have to control the circumstances. And then when you let go of that, man, your blood pressure and your heart rate drops. All of a sudden, you don't have all these fears and anxiety going through your mind because you surrender, you give it up, and you say, you know more than I do. And here's a great prayer. God, show me what I don't know, because it's what you do know that may be causing the problem. So number three, now when you relax and you open your mind and heart, you begin to experience miracles because you relieved all the pressure off yourself. Number four, you become present in the moment, and that's where joy, love, and a peaceful mind happens. So now you can listen to divine guidance. Number five, this is the beginning of heaven on earth that radiates from you. It radiates from you because heaven is in your beingness. So here's a quote from Rocco Errico, wrote a book, And Then There Was Light. It talks about who Jesus was and his message translated from Aramaic that has changed the translation in English translation in the Bible. These things, meaning love and joy and all that, are not virtues or attributes, but are a spiritual blessing that occur in a state of surrender to God. And then it's in parentheses, heaven, through an enlightened soul and heart. So here's another spiritual author that says heaven is an inner state of being and a consciousness that when we experience it inside of us, we're going to see through the eyes of God outside of us. Number six, your mind only knows your past. So how do we see that? And assigns meanings to everything because your mind loves to categorize. It loves to know things. So everything that you look at has a meaning. a meaning that you assigned based on that experience, and you'd be amazed at how many things that you see that may have a negative energy. And so this is true because now that's how your mind works. Your mind loves to categorize. The more you know, the more you categorize, the more you are living what you already know, which means you're bringing your past into your present. You're projecting your past into the future, trying to predict the future, and that is a major cause of anxiety. And that is not heaven. That is inner hell, because you're trying to predict and control everything, and now you have anxiety. So how do you break this pattern? Well, this is an exercise I got and am going through in the Course in Miracles. Start with, nothing I see means anything. You're like, what are you talking about? Nothing I see means anything. So why do you do that? Everything that you see, and look around and see what you see, it doesn't mean anything, because everything you see has been categorized in the past. And the meanings that you assign are so subconscious that you may not even realize the meanings you assign. And then how many of those things don't have positive meanings, are not uplifting you? Some are and some aren't. And then you're tired at the end of the day. Why? Because your body is experiencing all these subconscious emotions, and you have no idea that it's robbing you of joy, it's robbing you of peace, it's robbing you of being able to hear God's voice so you can create miracles in your life. So I'm going to give an example. I can look right at looking at you guys. Hey, you know what this means to me? This means, hey, you know what? We have connection. We get to share spiritual principles. That's very positive. I love this. However, many times it takes me an hour the night before, and I'm like, shoot, man, what the heck am I going to talk about? So the night before it's stress, and this is joy. But I look over at my kitchen table over there, and I see, wow, that's my work table. So when I sit down there, what's it mean? It's more intense. I got to get stuff done. It's creative. Sometimes it's joyful. Sometimes it's very stressful. That table can represent stress. That table does not represent eating. It represents work. And that's hours and hours. Those are late nights. That's burning the candle at both ends. So what else? I can look at my phone. What's that represent? Coaching calls. That's great. I love coaching calls. I love people. I love my clients. I love empowering people. And then there's times I don't want to talk. So there's times when my phone rings like, I'm done. I've already used my words for today. Right? What about my weightlifting belt? Man, the minute I put that on, what's it mean? I got to go work hard. This is going to hurt. This is going to take a lot of energy. My weightlifting belt. That's not always positive. I have my motorcycle helmets over there. That's like adrenaline, go fast, motorcycle, but shoot. I got to be careful because it's dangerous. Right? So what about my phone? What about my alarm on my phone? 5:15. How many times do I wake up tired and want to get up? Like so when you look around and you say, hey, this thing doesn't mean anything. And then you realize, wow, when I look at that, what's the meaning I've given it? There's so many things that may be robbing you of energy, you have no idea. What a powerful exercise. So what do? You become aware, you look at it, you take away the meaning, all the meaning of the past, and then you look at it in present time. It's very neutral. Like I'm looking around at stuff. I see that candle. Wow, it's beautiful. I think I'll light that tonight. While I'm working, all of a sudden, I have this Buddha over here, and we have the dog bed over here, and we have all these crystals. And wow, man, those are such positive meanings. And then all of a sudden, you're in a total state of joy. Then you're in a state of appreciation. And then you realize, wow, I love everything. Then all of a sudden, now you are connected to heaven. All of a sudden, heaven inside you becomes alive. You become aware. You become conscious of it. So let's start with today. Everything I see doesn't mean anything. Take away the meaning of everything. And then you realize, look at the meanings that I've assigned. And my whole world is surrounded by meanings. And then just come into the joy with observation. And all of a sudden, heaven will become a reality inside you, outside of you, all around you. God's presence that is already inside you will now be awakened and enlightened. So hey, stay tuned. I'm going to bring you more of these exercises. It's going to help us clear our mind, clear our past, get out of anxiety, and come into more joy. Truly heaven on earth. All right, love you guys. Peace.